Next movie trailer up is called it's classified as a sci-fi movie, and the title is just 3022. So right away I'm thinking this is something way, way into the future, like 100 years in the future. So let's check it out and see.
Mom isn't returning her calls.
How long?
10 hours.
Gene, did you see if wiring may have shorted on your end? Something is happening to Earth. You copy?
Grace! You know what happened?
I was hoping that you would.
What do you think happens to our minds when you realize there isn't going to be a happy ending?
We're all that's left.
Are you afraid to die, Captain?
We're just gonna float around until we suffocate.
Are you seeing things yet? So empty.
Okay. This one was not too long, right at about 1 minute and 10 seconds. I've talked before how I feel about space type movies, that it's not typically a genre that really appeals to me a whole lot for a couple of reasons. And this one especially is not something that would probably really, spark. I mean, if I see it, it's just because I'm interested to find out what happens in the end, though I have a feeling it's going to be terrible. I can always just read the movie spoiler about it. So not only are space movies not really my favorite typically, I have seen them, I like some of them okay, but it's not a first choice type thing for me. So there's that. On top of that is also the fact that this seems to me to be an apocalyptic type film, or post-apocalyptic type. It seems like it's happening at the moment. So that just gives me such a sense of doom and just gloom and just not good, like enjoyable vibes. Just because of on a very basic, fundamental level, it's quite terrifying to be in a situation like that. Not counting the fact that they're up in space and Earth has been completely destroyed, but just pretend you're here on Earth and most everybody else has been destroyed, or most of humanity is gone. That is something so fundamentally terrifying to me that it's not necessarily a story that I want to immerse myself in. Now, I have read some pretty good I've read some pretty good post-apocalyptic stories. One by Robert R. McCammon. He's one of my favorite authors, and it was called, Swan Song. I think that's what it was called. And it was very good. He's an excellent author, excellent writer. But it's not something that compels me to go out and try to watch a movie about it or a show about it, or even, yes, I've watched Walking Dead. It's post-apocalyptic, but there seems to be so much humanity that's around that sort of kind of lessens the feeling of such isolation for me. Maybe that's what it is that's so terrifying to me, the isolation, the sense of that, and just the breakdown of everything that we know. It's a pretty frightening thing to think about, and it's certainly something that is very possible, that could happen in the lifetime of any generation, or could happen in anyone's lifetime. Basically, it's like, it feels a lot of times like we're just a hair away from complete societal collapse. Anything could happen, like our electrical grid could go down and we would completely descend, or most of the world would completely descend into complete or total anarchy, total devastation. A lot of people would die right away. It's just something so scary to think about. And while this is certainly a different type of premise, it's a little bit more terrifying because the entirety of Earth is gone The only resources they have are what's with them on this space vehicle that they're in. That's very scary. And it feels like, unless there's some sort of miraculous ending that they have, or maybe whatever they saw wasn't even real at all, it feels like these people are just they're just doomed. They're just going to die. How can they survive? You can't survive forever in space. They'll run out of whatever they need. So that's scary. So I feel like going into this, they're just a goner. So what is the point? I might be wrong. We'll see. Maybe I'll check out the synopsis further, or read a spoiler thing about it, and if it seems to indicate that it's not a story that's headed toward complete doom and negativity and awfulness, maybe I'll watch it. We'll see. Okay, that's it for this one, you guys. Bye.